I've been teaching preschool for 14 years and I'm a mom of 5 children, and I'm going to give you the top 5 things you should be doing with your child before they go to preschool. And it might not be what you think. Yes, letters are great, numbers are great, shapes and colors, of course, but not that. Tip number 1, give your child experiences. This is an important part of life and how they're going to learn about the world around them and get new vocabulary. Go to the zoo, go to a baseball game, go on a walk, go play in the dirt. Anything at all that's new and different and it's going to get them talking and learning about the world around them. Tip number 2, read to your child every night. I'm sure you've heard this before, but there is truth to it. There's something called the 30 million word gap, where children who are not read to and maybe don't have those experiences are going to have heard 30 million less words by the time they're 4 years old. The importance of talking to your children and reading and asking questions when you're reading is going to show a huge difference in your child from the time they enter school. Tip number 3, let them be bored. This also means limit screen time. Just because your child doesn't know what to do does not mean they should automatically get onto a tablet or a TV. Your child needs to have that time to be creative and use their imagination. And if they're really bored, you can give them a chore to do. Tip number 4, and this might be a tough one. Tell your child no and give them consequences. Not all the time, and make sure the consequences are appropriate for their age. However, one of the biggest red flags is when I have a child that comes into my classroom, they might know all of their letters, but they've never heard no, maybe never had a consequence, and subsequently they're hard to teach. They don't follow directions, they think it's their show, and they haven't learned self-control. So it's okay to tell your child no, it's okay to give them a consequence, and we can talk about what some appropriate consequences would be. And tip number 5 is all about fine motor skills. Those are the little muscles in your hand. You need to help your child strengthen their hands before they're able to begin to write. So my favorite fine motor activity would really just be Play-Doh. They can be smashing it, rolling it out, making a ball. You can also teach your child how to start using scissors, hole punchers. You can take Cheerios and have them put them on top of a noodle, or if you need a bigger hole, use Fruit Loops. For younger children, if they're 1 or 2, putting balls into holes or sorting, anything that they're using their pincher fingers for, this is going to be super helpful to help them build their hand strength for pre-writing skills.